Hi, good afternoon. My name is Craig Darlow. I'm the co-owner and instructor for FiveO CHL. What I'd like to do today is take the time for this short video to clear up some mistruths, misinterpretations of the law. As we all know, January 1st, 2016, Texas became an open carry state. So with that in mind, I'm going to go over a couple of issues that some people seem to think are convoluted when in fact they're not. The biggest issue is, do police officers have the right to come up and ask you for your license to carry? Simple question is yes, they do. Because Texas is not a constitutional carry state yet, officers do have the absolute right, with no further probable cause at all, to request that license. The law is very specific and states that any time a police officer or magistrate have reason to believe that you are carrying a weapon on or about your person, they do in fact have the right to ask you for that license. Failure to do so can very well get you put in jail for failure to ID as a licensed carrier. If you don't have your license at the time, you can very well be arrested for unlawful carrying of a weapon. Subsequent to that, if it's found that you do have a license, you're still looking at administrative issues that will probably get your license taken away. You've worked hard, so why? Carry it with you. Okay? Second of all, there's a scenario that's going around as a man walking down the street and is open carrying. Police officer drives by, sees that he's carrying his weapon in an approved belt or shoulder holster. Does the officer have the right to ask him for merely carrying that weapon on or about his person? Again, the answer is yes. No probable cause has to be established for that officer to ask him for his license. It's that simple. Okay, here a few weeks ago here in Houston, there was a licensed carrier that was pulled over for speeding. No other infraction, no issues of alcohol, no attitudes. The officer, as he approached, identified himself as a typical stop. The driver presented his license to carry and his driver's license. He did have a weapon on him. The officer looked inside the vehicle and saw the pistol sitting in the center console, the cup holder of the vehicle, and arrested him for failing to carry the weapon in an approved belt or shoulder holster. I don't write the laws. I don't agree with a lot of them. I'm a former 10th Mountain sergeant. I've been a Texas peace officer here in Houston for over 25 years. I don't want to armchair quarterback what that officer did, but on the mere appearance of it, I don't think it was a justified arrest. I think the proper action would have been to educate the man if he has not recently received his license to carry, for his infractions, to let him go about his business. Okay, licensed carriers are kind of proven themselves to be good people. They went through a great background inspection, and they've been awarded that license to carry. So I would rather see a lot of good people out there carrying weapons in the event that they need to back me up or you. So again, the law is very specific. It is up to the license holders to be familiar with those laws. Again, on the open carry, people are looking at all the House bills that went through, and there were so many amendments that were added and removed. The one specifically question is the Dutton Amendment, which was removed on the established probable cause issue. That was removed so it would pass. It was not going to pass without it. So that was removed, and it gives the police officers the right to request that license. They also have the right to disarm you at any time they feel it's reasonable. The requirements to display is covered under section 411-205. And it says a license holder is carrying a handgun on or about the license, magistrate or peace officer demands that license, the holder shall display that license. It's a Class C misdemeanor. If you get arrested for it, your weapon will be seized as evidence under 411-206. So, can you open carry in your vehicle? Yes, you can. Something that I don't agree with again. As far as the manner that you have to do it, if you have a license to carry and now Texas has an open carry, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to arrest somebody because they don't have it in a holster on their side when they can set it in a holster on the console or some other place for easy access. In my patrol car, I carry a seat gun other than the one on my belt, so I don't have to try and unholster in the event that somebody approaches me and I don't have time to do so. Okay, can you open carry in a vehicle? Yes, the weapon must be in a holster, belt, or shoulder, even in your vehicle if you choose to carry open. I'm not a big fan of open carry. I think it tactically makes no sense at all, but hey, that's just me. What do I know? Do businesses have the right to refuse entry? Yes, they do. Any private business has the right to refuse entry. If they do not want any weapons at all, they must post the 30-06 sign and the 30-7 sign. If they will allow concealed carry, they must present just the 30-7 sign. Okay? Again, not a fan of open carry. If I was a business owner, such as a supermarket or whatnot, I wouldn't want people walking around inside the store open carrying. I think it's a cowboy mentality. Again, my opinion, what do I know? Okay, so that in a nutshell, open carry is legal. If an officer does approach you, you must present that license. If you fail to do so, you will very well be arrested. And under the administrative code of receiving that license, you can bet it's a simple one-page, 30-second fill-out for an officer, and you're likely going to lose that license. So guys, you worked hard for it. I admire and appreciate you being out there to protect yourself, your family, and us as police officers in the event that we need them. So please follow the laws. If you don't have Texas Law Shield, I highly recommend it. Outstanding coverage that you get class act attorneys to represent you in the event that you're arrested or in the event that you're in any deadly encounter, whether it's a weapon or not. You don't even have to be a licensed carrier to receive that coverage. So TexasLawShield.com, you sign up through FiveO CHL, you get 14 months for the price of 12, a platinum package, and a guarantee that your rates will never go up. So please, educate yourself. Don't bet on the event that it's not going to happen. Unless you have a bank load of money, it's going to cost you a bit anytime you're involved in a shooting. You can be sued civilly and criminally, if not both. Why bank on it? Okay? You guys be safe. Visit us at www.50chlservices.com. Like us on Facebook. We appreciate your business. God bless.